Sam Smith just released the new James Bond theme. It sounds a little something like this. Silverfinger. This is Cory, and this is the Anthem podcast.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Rom. I know how much you love Sam Smith. So I know
Great Haxby. Hashtag the Great Haxby.
We need to make T-shirts.
I do. That's on the list.
Yeah, on the list of things. On the list of swag is the Sam Smith Great Haxby, Great Haxby T-shirt. So I would
like it if it was like not the word. I want to say androgynous, but that's not the word I'm looking for. But like that sort of thing. Like, you know how like androgynous is like you don't know if it's a man or a woman.
Yes.
Like Pat from SNL.
I love.
But
that.
like I would love it if we had like a whatever the version of this word. Mm-hmm. The simile of androgynous would be.
Okay.
Which would be like, we don't know if it's Tom Petty or Sam Smith. Like, it's like an amalgam of the two. Amalgamation of the two.
We could probably blend those. There's those programs that blend the pictures.
Yeah, make like, do like if they had a baby.
Right,
like
exactly.
Okay, so here's what we do. We go to Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
And then we hold up a picture of Sam Smith. And hold up a picture of Tom Petty and see what the baby would look like.
Blend it and print it onto the T-shirt.
Great Haxby. Done.
Oh. Well, welcome everybody to the podcast.
Available for sale soon at some point. Or theanthem.com.
Available on Tuesday or Wednesday.
But for $40 you can get your Great Haxby T-shirt. Keep us in the rich.
In the rich, yeah. Help us get back to zero, as Corolla says. Anyway, so everybody, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for listening. While we're here, make sure you check out theanthem.com, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, all those great things. Make sure you go to iTunes, rate and review, so we know what you think about the podcast. And while you're at it, tell somebody. Tell a friend. If you're enjoying this podcast, make sure you tell a friend to listen to. So,
I was trying to tell my friends about something today. Mm-hmm. I've been talking about how I need to tweet more.
Right, yeah.
So, you know the problem. You're a busy, upstanding citizen.
Oh, no. I have a clout score of 64. I have no idea what your problem is. I tweet relatively often.
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, as somebody who's busy, you know that, like, sometimes you get caught up in things and you, like, forget to tweet.
And they frown upon tweeting in the car, which is the only free time I have.
Well, and so I had a great idea for a tweet today.
Okay.
I was going the usual way home from work, which is the back road, so I can avoid the traffic on 695.
Right.
Takes about 10 minutes longer, but the fact that I just continuously keep moving is worth the extra time.
And we've talked about that before.
So all of a sudden I'm making great time. I'm cruising along at a speed. And
the legal speed on some roads.
The legal speed limit in Nevada. And I come up all of a sudden to another car and I stop to the speed limit on the nose exactly.
Right.
And the car in front of me is a student driver.
Oh, of course.
I see student driver written on the back of the car. And
right.
I'm like, oh, God. And then I came up with it. I was just like, here's the tweet. So I'll take a picture of the car.
Right.
And then just like hashtag why I'll be late.
Right.
And I just like, that's it.
I got it.
It'll be brilliant.
Yes.
So there I am behind the student driver with my phone up, trying to take a picture.
To literally your tens of Twitter followers.
To all 12 of them.
Right, yeah.
Or the 12 of them that aren't like...
your own accounts.
Makeup tips or whatever spam account follows me because...
I always hate when Twitter cleans out their spam accounts. I'm like, oh, God.
I went from a healthy 200 to a healthy 180.
Yeah.
Well, all you have to do is, like, back in the day at Foursquare, you'd just be like, like, I'm at Sephora. And then it'd be like, makeup tips follows you.
Right.
Like, whatever.
No, I say yes, great.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I'm fine with it, but I know they're not going to engage. It's not like...
No.
It's not like the person at Makeup Tips is just, like, looking at my Twitter feed going, like, oh, this Cory guy's pretty pithy.
Right. But you came up with the idea for a great
tweet. So I'm driving and trying to take a picture at the same time.
Always a good idea.
On this windy back country road where I have to like downshift and upshift and everything like that. I actually did snap a picture while I was shifting, which is always good. So there's one in my phone of that. And I know just for a fact that the driving instructor in the car in front of me was just like, "Now don't be like this idiot." He's holding his phone up like right to the windshield trying to take a picture. I'm just like, I thought the tweet was so good.
Right.
But I just couldn't get... I kept, like, snapping pictures, but it wasn't, like, clear. It wasn't, like...
And you're obsessive-compulsive, so of course it had to be perfect.
Yeah, if you couldn't perfectly read Student Driver, then it wouldn't be funny.
Right, sure.
Yeah, but...
By the way, did you see the thing about the new iPhone? How it records stuff immediately before and immediately after you snap a still picture?
No.
So basically, once you open up the camera, it's always recording.
Yeah.
So if I was to snap a picture of you right now, a still picture, I would then be able to go in and touch it later, and it would show the few seconds before and the few seconds after I took the picture.
Have you seen the basically making GIFs on your phone?
Yeah.
That's going to be great for sexting.
You do a lot of sexting?
No, I'm just saying for the kids.
Oh, for the kids these days.
Yeah. And speaking of embarrassing, the Baltimore Ravens played a football game against the Oakland Raiders last week.
Oh, God. All right, so as you know, we are your Baltimore podcast, so of course we have to update you on everything that's happening in the city.
Gotta do a little sports ball first.
A little bit of sports ball, and good and bad.
Yeah.
And it continues to be, I was hoping for a switch. Well, no. Actually, I was hoping they would all be good, I guess.
Yeah.
But the Ravens...
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, I was expecting the Ravens to win 56-0 and annihilate the Raiders. And make everybody who's putting on, like, 15 pounds worth of, like, gorilla costumes feel like a real idiot for sitting out in that heat.
I will say is you played Baltimore's defense. Yeah. Not the move I would have made with Terrell Suggs on the sidelines.
Well, I figured it was the Raiders.
Right. And I was not assuming it would be 56-0, but I certainly was expecting like a 28-7, 28-10 kind of score. Did not happen, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah. So that was a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I told you earlier, I think that there was a restructuring that was going to have to happen. Suggs isn't there, so let's figure out what role we're going to play.
Right.
It's like knocking the load-bearing wall out of a house. It's going to settle some.
Well,
if there was a week, this was the week to settle. It's the fucking Raiders.
There was some graphic I saw. I think it was like NFL memes or something like that, where it was just like the Raiders, the Redskins, the Jacksonville Jaguars all won this week.
Buccaneers.
You'll never see that again.
Yeah. Just ridiculous. But and it didn't help that we weren't at home. Starting on the road fucking sucks.
Yeah, and two on the West Coast.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh, probably Arizona or something like that.
I feel like we start on the road every year.
Yeah.
Recently, in recent history. I mean, Super Bowl champs starting on the road.
We're so good at like home. Like
yeah.
It's such a completely different animal when we're at the bank, you know.
What do we got to do to get 16 home games? What's the
Well,
who do we have to bribe to get 16 home games?
What we have to do is not anger Paul Tagliabue, which, in fact, angers Roger Goodell by proxy.
But
you said mean things about my dad.
But they
that's my flawless Roger Goodell. You like?
But I call bullshit on is the baseball diamond in the middle of the football field.
Yeah, well, Oakland.
Well, I mean, really, what are you gonna do? But
might as well just be #Oakland.
It hopefully, well, maybe, but there's a possibility that Oakland will be playing in LA again next year.
Yeah,
because LA's pushing hard for a team, and certainly Oakland's.
Though
not there.
I do like. So if I'm sure you've noticed, every single 50-yard line, has a gold 50 for Super Bowl 50.
Right. Yeah.
And the NFL logo is gold, and it's this whole thing. It's happening in every single stadium in the country except for Oakland.
Right. Well, why is that?
Fighting with the NFL and doesn't want to give them their stupid gold 50.
Well, and also the 50 is first base. So
somebody made an argument too. They were just like, I think it was like somebody in the stadium, like who works at the Coliseum, was just like, well, maybe it has something to do with the Athletics because, you know, they're still playing their games, and if you put like a gold 50, maybe it's hard to get off, and it would be on the field for the A's, and then they're like the Raiders basically said like, no, the A's have nothing to do with this.
We are not putting
no gold 50.
Ugh. But it was an embarrassing game nonetheless. and the Baltimore D fell apart in the fourth quarter. The one time we needed
penalties, man.
Yeah.
It's killing me.
The third down where there was the roughing the passer personal foul. Come on, man. Clearly late. Like 4 steps late. Like,
right.
Threw the ball. He's watching it go downfield, and then you clock him in the head.
Right.
Come on. Just dumb penalties.
Casual, baby.
I was just about to do that. Uber. I'm driving for Uber. By the way, Uber is now in Easton and Denton on the Eastern Shore.
Wow.
I will be driving for them. I will not be riding them. But there's only one driver in Easton and Denton, so it's like always surge pricing. So I'm like, fuck yes. Yeah, I'll do a $25 trip that's, 5
minutes away.
5 minutes, yeah, absolutely. And then once other drivers start coming in, then I'll just not do it anymore. But yeah.
And then you'll do when you get your Uber, like call for an Uber in Denton, and this is like Jethro on his tractor will be here in 5 minutes.
He's got a flatbed hay trailer. Okay,
he's got a little red wagon in the back of his John Deere. Get on in. Can't get on the highway, but I'll take you anywhere you need to go. I know all the back roads. Now don't breathe in that exhaust, but I got a bottle of water. You want a bottle of water?
Don't breathe. Just don't breathe. There's some water though, if you'd like.
If you need to breathe, turn around. Face away from the fumes.
Just a pig riding shotgun. Oh, Easton Uber.
Oh, don't mind old Curly Tail. She ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Anyway, so if you live on the Eastern Shore...
Don't mind Queen Oinks a lot.
If you live on the Eastern Shore, make sure you download the Uber app, and I will have a code for you to get free to you rides. Stay tuned for that. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
but download the app.
If you're drinking at the pub,
right,
and you need a ride home,
except for the one night a week I also drink there because I will be working.
Yeah,
happens to be a weekend night.
You won't be switching it over.
Probably not a great idea, but yeah. Or we can both drive home.
Or you can just not tell Uber.
Anyway, so UBER, download the app, and then get your rides even on Eastern Shore now. So
nice.
But Larry Hogan turned around and gave a blessing to all Marylanders after he was blessed by the Pope.
He felt benevolent.
Yes. So. And so, again, we are your Baltimore podcast. So, for those of you who haven't seen, there was an editorial.
So we'll call this the Baltimore Corner.
Baltimore Corner. Oh, like it.
Yeah.
Except for Baltimore Corner is a town on the Eastern Shore.
Or Baltimore Corner is like someplace where you buy drugs. There's multiple interpretations.
Wait. Because we got the straight dope. Oh!
Welcome to the Baltimore Corner where we got the straight dope.
Oh! That's another t-shirt idea.
Yeah.
Let's lock that one away.
I'll get it on Asana.
So if you read the Baltimore Sun or let's be honest, go to baltimoresun.com.
Or even more likely, you just like Baltimore Sun on Facebook.
Yeah. You saw Larry Hogan making a statement about how he wants to be more involved in Baltimore. And hope springs eternal for these things, because one thing we didn't see is we didn't see Martin O'Malley making that kind of investment. I think he thought, I'm from Baltimore, you should know that already.
Well, basically what he did was he said, now that I've moved on from Baltimore to a bigger job, I'm leaving this sinking ship behind.
Don't even turn around.
This is somebody else's problem now.
Right. But Larry Hogan, to his credit, said...
Well, I left the thing on fire. You guys put it out. I live in Annapolis now.
And I'm going to steal the furniture from the governor's mansion. But Larry Hogan said...
O'Malley, just real quick sidebar. O'Malley with the furniture is basically what college bookstores have been doing since the beginning of time.
Right.
It's just like, all right, I bought this $500 textbook. How much you want to give me for it when I resell it at the end of the semester? I don't know, $250.
Right.
Oh, $250? No, $2.50.
Yes. And then they will turn around and sell that used book for 10% less than the new book the next year.
Yeah.
Bastard.
They sell it for $4.50.
Right. God damn it. Well,
and then if you try and resell that used book, they'll be like, "I'm sorry, we don't take this one."
Right. Oh, God.
We're only taking the new books.
I want to be...
It's the same as the old book.
I want to be a college professor so I can write a book and then force, 80 people a year to buy it.
Charge
$500
for it.
Right.
This is required reading. Never talk about the book.
Never. One quote.
Here's your required reading. Foe. The movement insurrection.
This doesn't seem like it's on topic for the class. Oh, we'll get to it. I hope you guys enjoyed reading
y'all kids like pop quizzes.
All of the pop quizzes will be on the literature.
Bonus question. What did Chris Bishop do?
Oh, God. Check out Foe and the Movement Insurrection on Amazon.
By Rob Sparks.
Or robertandcheek.com. You have links there. And click through the Amazon link so that you can support our podcast, too.
Yeah.
But
the Anthem.com.
If you go to Robert and Cheek and click the links, also through the Amazon.
Yeah.
So there you go.
You win either way.
Right. And so do we. But Larry Hogan...
We get a little taste.
But it doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
That's the important thing. Same price for you, but we get a little something on the side.
Yeah.
Thank you,
to
Amazon.
wet our beak.
Right. In a very Maryland-esque way.
Yeah.
But, Larry Hogan...
So anyway, back to the Baltimore corner where we got the straight dope.
Baltimore corner with the straight dope. Larry Hogan writes his opinion, his op-ed, and he says, we're going to focus on Baltimore. My initial thought is it's the same stuff people have been saying, but he took the time to say it.
Yeah.
So it's we need to take care of the dilapidated houses and the dilapidated buildings and get new business. We need to make Maryland business friendly. And you remember his whole thing was Maryland open for business.
Right.
That was his inauguration, his theme. And for all of my Democratic leanings, I have to say the Republican governors and Republican mayors have been the one to do that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If you want to... William Donald Schaefer, was he a Republican when he was mayor?
No, he was a Democrat, but he was kind of...
He's like a Trump Democrat.
Yeah.
All intents and purposes.
He was basically a Republican who ran as a Democrat.
Right, because you can't win in this city if you're a Republican. That's
right.
why I was like, I feel like he was a Democrat, because he was a Democratic governor.
Yeah.
But also ran the state like a Republican.
Well,
too.
he was friends with my grandfather.
Yeah.
And I don't imagine my grandfather would spend time dealing with a real Democrat.
Right. But, so, Schaefer, there have been good mayors and then good governors who invested in Baltimore. And Larry Hogan essentially said, just like Ehrlich did, just like Schaefer did, I'm going to invest in this city.
Right.
We're going to make it small business friendly. We're going to take care of the dilapidated
buildings.
buildings.
He basically said, like, it would be foolish of me to call myself the governor of Maryland and not focus at all on the biggest city in Maryland.
Right.
Like, the place where most of the people live. Or the biggest single area where
right.
most,
And,
because obviously there's more people, like, in...
the Eastern Shore.
Baltimore County than there are in Baltimore City.
Well, we have more people on the Eastern Shore than they do in Baltimore City, too.
Well, we're not counting pigs, Rob.
Pigs are people, too. But no, and he said he's going to make an investment in education, that they have made it.
Hey, you, don't you take our hams away.
The one thing that I did like was, though, that he said we've done more money in education, but the money's not what we need. What we need is new ways of thinking and new ways of teaching, and let's make Maryland schools actually good, not just good. But I've said before, my plan for fixing America is every person between the ages of 8 and 21, write them off. They're ruined. But we can change things now. Yes, we can change things now and get to those kids.
We might as well put everyone who's 8 through 21 right now, unless you're attractive.
Well,
and put them on a boat and just send them out to sea.
Right, and the attractive ones we stick somewhere where we can procreate get a smart person with the beautiful person. And
listen, if you send all the 18 to 21-year-olds away, then Rob's Tinder dramatically goes down.
Well, I'm already at 0. I can't swipe anymore because there's no one around. But yes, no, we gotta keep the 18 to 21-year-olds, attractive women.
Yeah.
The rest of them we can push off.
Yeah,
but I'm fine with that. But no,
the boys are fools.
I like I said, write them all off because they've been ruined. Because you got people in 10th grade who can't read.
Yeah,
and there's nothing you can do to catch that
person. We're gonna try and open things up for cool things for the following week. So if you have something cool that we should know about, like Baltimore Innovation Week, then send it along to us, and we'll.
And how would they do that?
Well, if you want more of the Anthem, you can go to theanthem.com. Ugh.
Oh, and then you stomped on it.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I haven't been drinking. Just this Red Bull.
Yummy.
Filled with vodka.
Right. So let's start again.
Take two.
So how would they do that?
Well, you can find more O The Anthem at otheanthem.com. Cory at otheanthem.com. O The Anthem on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, and the listener line. 443-219-7595.
What's that number again?
443-219-7595.
And you can find me on all your social networks at Robert N. Cheek. Make sure you check out robertncheek.com for links to my books, links to my political website, links to a Dead Drop, which will be coming back next week.
Hey!
We fixed the problems. We didn't fix them. We started over, basically.
Yeah.
But it'll be working again. So all that you can find on robertncheek.com. Make sure you check that out.
And buy Rob's books.
Yay!
All right. Well, I think we've done good here today.
We've done something. I don't know if it's good. But anyway, once again, as always, thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Please go give us a rating on iTunes. Get in touch with us. Let us know what you like, what you don't like.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend to listen to us as well. But as always, you are listening to the O The Anthem podcast, part of the growing O The Anthem digital network. For Cory, this is Rob. Have a great week, everybody.
You know what it's going to sound like this week when a bunch of government employees don't have their jobs anymore?
What's that?
You want fries with that? If gays can eat cheeseburgers, ain't nobody eating cheeseburgers.